Hello, this is JT and Bex. My name's JT.
My name's Bex.
And welcome to another episode of Minecraft from the LyfCraft server. Hi, Bex.
Hi, JT.
Now it's getting dark, so we better get this over and done with quickly.
Oh,
We're
you're
starting
joking.
the episode. No, I'm not joking. We're starting the episode off beside the statues that we have built of our Patreons, Truck Pipe and Cara Sophia. Kind of heavily modified by ours, I thought, at Halloween, which is fine. And we're here for good reason, Bex.
Yeah, we're sleeping.
Yes, we're sleeping. Well, we got a very special request. While you're sleeping, I'm going to talk about a very special request. We got a very special request from one of our viewers. We have two viewers, in fact, Rose and Faye, and it's their birthday this week. And we thought we'd wish you both a happy birthday by building you a cake.
Yes, a nice one.
A nice cake. So let's get into cake building mode. And there we go, a brilliant looking birthday cake. I think that's looking pretty good. I hope Rose and Faye are really happy with it. Are you ready for me to light it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, girls, make sure you make a wish. Here we go. Now I want to make sure that you blow the candle out. Blow the candle out. 1, 2, 3. No, okay. We'll light it again. There we go.
I was going to say, I can't reach it from down here. I think we should mark this off. So
special occasion.
Yeah, we'll go with happy birthday. Oh, I can't spell birthday. Birthday. And it is Rose and Faye.
Mm-hmm.
Rose and Faye. P-H-A-E.
Yep.
And a little heart. Isn't that sweet?
Super fantastic. Awesome. There we go. Hello, who's a kid llama? I remember you from this last time we were in the ski resort area. We're over here at the ski resort area because, well, it's coming up to Christmas. I'm sure you guys must know that. And so I had an idea that near our ski resort, we could put in maybe a little wintry village, a little Christmas village, maybe Santa's Grotto. And one of the things we have in Belfast every winter on the run up to Christmas is what's called a continental market, and traders come from all around Europe and sell their goods, all sorts of sausages and things like that. The last time I was at the continental market, I got a kangaroo burger of all things. I thought I'd try a kangaroo burger, and you know what? It tasted exactly like a beef burger. It tasted exactly like a beef burger, and that's because in my mind I think if you just mince meat and grill it, it's just going to taste like any other burger on the planet. But it was still, it's still quite tasty. The idea is we're going to have some market stalls here all around. I want to flatten this area down and expand it out a bit, and you could just see that people staying in the chalets in the ski resort would come down the little path and buy stuff from the market stalls and go on their merry way. And in the middle will be a Christmas tree, a big Christmas tree. We'll get Bex on board to build a massive Christmas tree that some of the food stalls might be around, because you could sort of sit and eat your food and look at the tree and think, oh, isn't that nice? But one of the first things I want to do to get in the festive mood, since it's coming up to Christmas, is put a massive snowman right there. Hacha! There you go, in the blink of an eye. The work was done. A little time lapse, as you all saw, of me building the snowman. And also, off camera, I leveled this ground down a bit and sort of laid it out a little bit. Got some snowmen. I think I got 30 snow golems roughly, and to walk around, and I led them round by lead to lay all this snow down as well. Place is looking pretty good. Certainly looks an awful lot more different. The idea is that I'm going to have market stalls dotted all around the place. The Christmas tree in the middle. We're going to have some stalls around it as well. These stalls will all look roughly the same because in my mind, like the Continental Market in Belfast, the stalls go up and they get taken down and they're dragged around the place. I don't know whether these stalls that they use are kept in storage here or whether they're all loaded onto a lorry and taken to the next place and put up there. But either way, they're all very standard. All the stalls look pretty much the same. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dot down a load of these stalls and we're going to get them all looking super fancy. In the meantime, however, BD had requested my help for a redstone project where he wanted me to build something different, and for that we're going to go into spectator mode. So we're back here at spawn and we're in using the camera account. We're in spectator mode. Bearded Dragon had asked for my help doing a little redstone project, and we'll go down here and we'll show you exactly what's involved. Site for Xmas Secret Santa. That's right, we're doing a Secret Santa on the LyfCraft server. We're creating an area for people to sign up and we're creating a little scene down below, as you can see here. Hopefully no spoilers. And this is what BD asked me to work on. He wanted it to snow. He wanted snowballs falling and making it look like you were looking out the window into a little snowy scene. And here's how I did it. I don't know if anyone else has better suggestions. If you do, leave them down in the comments. Let make a video or whatever, like what Zayfod has done for me in the past. Really appreciate that. But this is the idea I came up with. We'll start at the top and we will go to where the magic happens. Now, the reason I have it all up so high, in fact, it's literally just one level below ground level, is because when you're standing there looking out the window, I didn't want you to hear the noise of the dispensers or droppers so much, you know, because that click, click, click will take away from a bit of the immersion. So knocking them up by 16 blocks and knocking the water sources down below by 16 blocks takes away some of that noise. So you won't hear the splashes and you won't hear the clicks of the timer or the droppers or anything like that. So the way it works is that it's on a very quick timer. I think that's less than 2 seconds there. And so it's one item passing backwards and forwards into a comparator, and the comparator feeds the repeater, which then feeds this redstone, which powers these droppers. The droppers throw out randomly some snowballs which align themselves in this wall. That's why I did this, because I wanted the water to give it a bit of a sort of randomness to it as well, and I wanted them to be aligned against this wall so that I didn't need to dig too far out from the window, because if you're close to the window you'll see if the stone was dug out further you would see it while you're standing at the window, and that would also break a bit of the immersion. So doing this just means that they all fall straight down and then they go into this water stream here like so. They travel down this little path and up through the soul sand and over the hoppers like so. And so they'll get picked up and they'll go through, and you will see some that will gather at the end, and that's only part of it. That's only for two reasons, because one is that's 2 full shulker boxes of snowballs has been chucked in there, and it's just to make sure that every hopper gets something picked up at least once in a while. I know the middle one here doesn't always get one, but it gets them quite quickly, and any that are left over will either despawn or get picked up by this hopper eventually. I think hang on, I don't know if I can look in here. Yeah, it's pretty full, but it's still picking them up quickly enough. And there you go, that's my solution, how we make it snow. If you guys have any other suggestions for how that could have been done differently, let me know. But I think that's a fairly elegant solution. And like I say, sitting down here looking out through the windows, I don't think you would hear the noises of the droppers or the water splashes below unless you had your volume up very high. So it's looking very well. I'm really pleased. Okay, so we're here. We're finishing off one of the very first market stalls that's going in. I suppose I should have... Oh, can I do this? No, I knew I couldn't. I need my favorite scaffolding. Oh, I can go up and over. Up and over is always good. Can't go wrong with up and over. So we're just putting on this little sort of overhang thing that'll stop any customers getting snowed on that might be standing looking at the stalls, goods and wares. And here we go. There we have it. We gotta have some lighting in here, because the last thing we want is this thing to be I will put a lantern in, because lanterns obviously look a little bit more Christmassy and more wintry and will look a little bit better. We're going to add on a couple of little bits of details here. We've got no, the fence gate could be a bit further down. Actually, I have 2 or 3 designs for this. For market stalls, I have this sort of medium-sized one, I have a big one, I have a small one, and I think I even have what would be like a little beer tent or something like that. I think it's gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. I think it will look good to have a little bit of variety, but as I say, not too many, because then if you have too many different ones, it just wouldn't look right to me anyway. At least that's my thinking. Oh dear. Right, okay, so now that we have the basic design done, I'm thinking it looks pretty good here. Let's look. I have already started a path down. The way I'm thinking of it is we're going to use these path blocks. Anything that's green will be covered in snow. Anything that's not covered in snow will have this sort of path block look to it, because you can imagine that it's been snowing and it's starting to melt and it's been slushy and the grass underneath has started to kind of maybe wither away and stuff, and so this is what we're looking like. And the paths where people have walked especially will be most likely to be like this, kind of like those desire paths you ever talk about, where people choose the path of least resistance. I also would imagine that inside the inside as well would look kind of, is that because there's a torch there? It is because there's a torch there. We'll fix that in a minute. I would imagine that inside the huts will have the similar sort of look as well, because there'll be a lot of traffic of people walking in and out or standing at the stalls. That reminds me, we need to put down some trap doors. Let's get the trap doors like so for a little countertop, and then we'll have another one over here which will be like that, and so the guy who works there can come in and out and say, hello, what do you want? I will sell you stuff. One of the materials that you can use as packed down snow that looks kind of dirty and slushy is of course one of the dirtiest blocks in the game, diorite. So you could imagine that people have been walking through the snow and they've kicked it up and it's sort of here, and they're standing here, and the dirt from their boots is mixing with the snow while they're standing talking. Another thing I wanted to do is put in some dark oak, and the reason I use dark oak, we'll get some dark oak planks, not too many. The reason I use dark oak is what can I get rid of? That. Okay. Is to give it the idea of maybe some of the bottom blocks that are close to snow, if there's a bit of snow buildup or something like that, will have got wet, and so dark oak planks might sort of be used to signify wet planks, moisture ingress. Yeah, I think that looks okay. The next thing we've got to do is decide what this market stall is going to be built for, which is a very good question. I think this one will sell blankets. And of course we can use banners for blankets if we need. Here we go, we have the blanket stall right here, selling lots of warm blankets. I might actually work on some patterned ones as well, so to make it look quite nice. I could quite easily imagine people coming from their chalets because they haven't brought the right blankets with them. They didn't realize it would be quite as cold as it was, so they need to come here. Hello, I'd like to buy a blanket. I might actually also put in some custom armor stands with stuff as well to really sort of make it pop. I've also started putting in a small stall right here. Don't know what it's going to sell. Also, we've got to get the food stalls in, maybe have a little food area closer to the tree. The tree might actually move from there over. We'll get that done either in the next episode or on stream. If you haven't seen me stream, twitch.tv/JTMBex. Make sure you come along. We always have a bit of a laugh over there. And I think we're going to call it the end of the episode. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you've really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. And as always, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Tell me what you thought of the episode, what you liked, what you didn't like. Anyway, it gives me a bit of a boost. And until next time, this has been JT and Bex. Bye!